Hello everyone. Few weeks back, I had created a very detailed video about CMT, Chartered Market Technician. Who should be doing it? Why should one do it? What are the job prospects, careers after doing CMT, and how to prepare for CMT as well. Now, towards the end of the video, I had given a Google form and I mentioned about it that if you have any specific question related to CMT exams, how should you prepare, etc., then feel free to fill that Google form, and within 24 to 48 hours, I will reply to you one-on-one, which I did. I received a lot of questions, but I understand that many of you would be lazy enough to ask something which might be in your mind, or shy enough. So what I thought is that why not pick the 10 best questions out of the questions I've received and make a video on it, so that somewhere or the other you will yourself feel that okay, this is close to my situation, if not exactly, obviously, and what should you be doing, if you are in a similar situation. One of those 10 questions, 95% chances will be applicable to you as well. Now what I'll do is that I have all the 10 questions on the PPT. I have mentioned the entire question, I've copy pasted it, and I will respond to it directly in this video. There might be some questions which are very long enough. I'll quickly go through them. If you want, you can pause the video and listen to it at your own pace, even if something is not covered, which is probably your position, your situation, feel free to go back to that old video again. I have given the link in the top left corner over here. You can again go to the form, fill your question, and as promised, within 48 hours, I'll respond to you. So let's start. So first question is, this guy is asking what is the right timeline for CMT level 1. Now, you know that CMT, all the levels, L1, L2, L3, they happen twice a year, one in June and one in December. Now this question he has asked right now in February 2026. For him, I would say that June attempt would be a better one, because if you read the last line, he is asking how much time do I realistically need to prepare for CMT level 1. See, basically CFA, which has like 6 thick curriculum books from the institute, CFA or CMT has just one book, and that too is not kind of given by the CMT association. The material is not that extensive. I think if I tell you from the number of hours wise, 100 to 120 hours reading is more than enough. Just do twice or thrice reading, depending upon how good your grasping and memorizing power is, and practice a lot of questions, and I think you will be through. Other thing which he has asked would be that how CMT can help me in my career. So he has given a little bit of his background, that he is a fresh engineer, computer science engineer, 2025, and he has been doing investing and trading for himself. See, basically, I'll tell you one thing. In India, a lot of people, a lot of us, we actually, kind of technical analysis, we think that looking at few videos and reading a little bit about from here and there, reading some books, you will get great knowledge and start making a lot of profits. But ultimately, the structured learning is never there, which is what you will get in CMT, because they are spread over 3 levels and very intelligently they have, made the curriculum. So I think that way it might help. Now, how can CMT help me in my career? He is asking. See, he's a fresher right now. For a charter holder, you need 3 years of valid experience as well. We'll keep on discussing about career, because a lot of questions, a lot of other questions are related to careers only. But I'll tell you one thing over here before we move ahead. Career-wise, CMT is not at that level today, which probably a CFA might be. But CFA in 2010, when I started giving, not many people actually knew about it. Traction was not there. But now look at where CFA is. Every second person is trying to give CFA who wants to make a career into finance. CMT is currently, as I said, what CFA was in 2010. 3 years or 4 years from now, there will be a lot of traction. I can, kind of bet on that. And this is where a lot of careers and job opportunities will arise. Having said that, today demand might not be that much. That is why the supply is also not that much. It will increase together. And if you are a charter holder, if you are a vintage charter holder, you complete it now, then obviously your demand will be a little more than probably someone else who would be doing it after 5 years. Let's move on to question number 2 and keep on discussing about these points about careers and all. This guy is just saying that he's a derivative trader but want to learn about technical analysis of charts. He is asking, where can I get a study material book for CMT level 1? See, I'll tell you one thing, how to prepare for CMT. CMT association gives a digital curriculum, and that is it. It's not too vast, it's not too huge. It is that only. And not many question papers and question banks actually exist for CMT, just like probably for CFA, Schwezer is there, you might have heard about it. There's nothing such about CMT. Now, this is where I have stepped in. I am providing a question bank and notes which can assist over the top of the digital curriculum which CMT Association has provided. And then there is also an opportunity for you to speak to me about your doubts and all. I'll pick up the phone, I'll type in the text and give you one-on-one personal attention if you have any doubts regarding any such concept. So rather than taking a complete video class or coaching and spending a lot on that, just go through the CMT curriculum, go through my notes, go through the question bank. There are about 2,500 questions in total. More of the questions you will kind of attempt, practice, better your chances to pass the exams. And if there is any topic in your mind which you are not clear about, you can easily, kind of text me and I'll come back to you ASAP. Next question, pretty long question, but I'll only focus on the important part. Looking to transition into a role aligned with trading and markets. So let's see what his current role is. Past 6 years in Forex, crypto, Indian markets, currently working with a prop firm. Okay, so formalize my experience and knowledge through a structured certification. This is one of the perhaps best, kind of he's into the career and he wants to transition into a structured, kind of a better career in technical analysis, because he has been doing trading for past so many years. So it's, and he's working with a prop firm. That means whatever he's doing will be counted as a valid experience, So this is where probably giving CMT would be beneficial. Next question is that he's saying that he's exploring trading and investing as a potential long-term career path. He's not from IIT, people mentioning I'm not from IIT, because obviously he wanted to enter that quantitative research space. Generally in the quant space, people firms hire from IITs only. So he's considering CMT. If I pursue CMT and skip MBA, will it have a major negative impact on my career? No negative impact. See, basically, I've always maintained that giving MBA from tier 1, doing MBA from tier 1 college to tier 1B school actually accelerates your career, because you are getting the companies on the campus to hire you. So the chances of you, the competition which you are, kind of dealing with are very less number of people. You're only dealing with your batchmates, and the companies generally hire 1, 2, 5, 10, whatever the number there in their mind is. But if you're giving CFA, CMT, you're competing with a whole lot of people who are actually also pursuing that. So you are in a pool of large number of people. So it's your call. If you want to pursue CMT and not MBA, it's also good, because in MBA, not many, colleges actually teach technical analysis. So you're very clear that I want to, kind of do trading as a job, as a career, as a business, then you can skip MBA and pursue CMT. That is pretty fine. Now, important questions. Can I build relevant experience by sharing my work on LinkedIn? See, sharing your work on LinkedIn will not count as a relevant experience in order to gain CMT charter after you complete CMT level 3, because you need an official, kind of work experience regarding that. Sharing something on LinkedIn doesn't help actually. But what it will help is that it will gain the traction. You will probably, you'll get noticed by a lot of people who might be looking at your work, and it will obviously help you in getting your job maybe in the future whenever there is a need arises, or someone, very relevant recruiter is looking and following you on your work on LinkedIn. And he's asking, if I'm not posting on LinkedIn, how can I show relevant experience for a job? See, one of the things is you need a job, right? You can use LinkedIn, you can do networking, you can attend networking events. CMT Association generally does networking event in a lot of major cities in India, Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, obviously the prominent one. Then there's Ahmedabad, Indore also. We are trying to make, kind of a community sort of thing. So if that's the thing, that you talk to relevant people and keep putting some, or if you're not going to put something on LinkedIn directly, figure out people who are relevant in this industry, who probably, you would want to work under in the job or market or something, and keep sending him or her one-on-one your work. I think that will really help you. It has helped a lot of people I know, and people actually, kind of take notice about all these things which you are doing. I want to know if CMT is the right path for me. MBA with 10 years of experience in accounting and financial reporting, majorly operations. For the past 6 years, I've been preparing 10K, 10Q schedules for 2 large US-based insurance clients, basically reporting out the performance of their asset management business. Now I want to take my career further up and be on the front role, includes managing, growing wealth, this, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so see, for this kind of a role, I don't think so getting a job shift after 10 years of work experience as a fresher will make sense, because the salary would be low. Nobody is going to take a fresher at the salary you have been there at 10 years of work experience. But if you have some experience with trading, or you want to manage, kind of grow wealth for other clients, then you can start your own, own thing. If you get a CMT charter holder, it would be a little easier for you to get clients. If you can get some initial 5, 10, 15, 20 clients, start working with them, build your repo, build your kind of record credentials and all, and then go forward to get more clients. So this is what probably the right path might be. So CMT over here, along with your knowledge, it will also help you to build your credentials and build the trust in yourself. Next question. My goal is to manage the client portfolios in long term. I want to be self-employed and trade full-time. Perfect question. Do I need coaching for level 1? If not, without registering, how can I get the textbook outside? Okay. So see, basically this is one of the best profiles or the objectives which I think right now for CMT is that you want to be self-employed and trade full-time, or you want to manage money, which is what he has been, kind of writing. You actually don't need a coaching for level 1. I've already said that. It's not a great, it's not a very humongous material. Just go through it by yourself. And as I said, that questions are very important. You can go to webergenclasses.com. I've mentioned the link in the description below, and you can, purchase at a very, very nominal cost compared to the other coachings you might have, which would be very expensive. You already paid so much for CMT registration, level 1, and then obviously level 2 and level 3 you are going to pay. Why to pay so much on the coaching thing, which is not, kind of necessary at this level, possibly trying to say. Maybe for L2 you can do a coaching, but L1 you don't need. And how can you get the textbook outside? Amazon, search on Amazon, Willys, W-I-L-E-Y. There's a Willys CMT level 1 just right over there. Amazon Pay, there are kind of books available, very cheap. You can buy them, and it is not curriculum which is approved by or which is supported by the CMT Association, but it's very closely to link to what kind of the curriculum might be. So it's an unofficial thing. You can read that book. You can read my notes, solve questions, and you are through. Okay, my goal is to reach CXO level in corporate. I have 20 years of experience in EPC, oil and gas. Recently, I have enrolled for CFA level 1. My query is, will CFA be more helpful or CMT? For this kind of a profile, CFA will be more helpful, not CMT. You have 20 years of experience in EPC, oil, gas, this and that. And I guess, your job, your goal is to reach CXO level. Technical, by studying technical analysis, you won't be reaching CXO level in corporate. I mean, if you have a good knowledge about fundamentals maybe, or P&L statements, income statements, balance sheets and all, which is taught in CFA, I think that's more closer to your aspirations. So you avoid CMT, give CFA. I've just cleared my CFA level 3 exam. Okay, I gave my FRM part 1 back in 23. Okay, I started preparing for FRM part 2. Feels like a burden because I want to work in research side and equity side of the market. I'm thinking of leaving FRM altogether, start preparing for CMT. So, okay, CFA level 3 you are already done. FRM 1 part you have done, but yes, I don't think so. Until and unless you want to make your career into risk management specifically, giving FRM and getting a FRM charter is any helpful. I think you can spend your time to do CMT. And I'll also tell you one important thing is that if you clear your CFA level 3 and get a charter and become an active charter holder, CFA charter holder I'm talking about, you can get first level of CMT exempted. You can directly give CMT level 2 and level 3. You will save money, you will save time. So it's better to wait for some months, wait for your results, get a charter, CFA charter holder, charter, and then give CMT. Meanwhile, if you are thinking that looks like you want to keep giving exams and all, and if you are thinking that you have time, then okay, give FRM part 2. I mean, you already given FRM part 1. If you have money, if you have time, spend that, read and get FRM. So you will be CFA, FRM, CMT all together after a few years. No harm. Question 9th, again, he's a engineer, chemical engineer. He wants to basically he has worked for 2 years in life science consulting, market research profile to pivot in finance field. I aspire to pursue a master's in financial studies through fall and have given GRE. Okay, I aim to clear L1, CFT L1, CMT L1 before the admission cycle. Okay, so this is pretty interesting. See guys, what I would suggest is focus on one. Don't just kind of keep jumping around. I mean, the previous question which we saw, he gave CFA, then got L3, then gave FRM, and now wants to give CMT. For you also, I think people listening to this, focus on one. Don't be like SKL 1, SKL 1, SKL 2, SKL 2, SKL 3. कोई फायदा नहीं होगा. You're being all over the place, So I would say focus on one depending upon what your career objectives are. If you want to become a trader, if you want to, if you love charts, analysis, this and that, CMT is your way, otherwise CFA. The final question, I've been practicing technical analysis for 10 plus years for my personal portfolio. Okay, I want to start my own business of managing clients' money under either RIE or a PMS license. Do you think CMT will help me? Any inputs on whether I should go for RIE or PMS or even RA? Oh, pretty interesting question. And this is something which I wanted to make a full-fledged video because a lot of people actually ask me, RA, RIA, PMS, mutual fund distributor, क्या बनना है? कौन सा license लेना है? So see, CMT will definitely help you if you want to start your own business. I've already told you in 2 of the questions. Now, under an RA, RIA or a PMS, ये दोनों का अलग-अलग फंडा होता है. See, if you qualify for being you can start a PMS. Basically, you need a minimum some net worth is there, and then PMS, you can only take clients which has minimum investment ticket size of 50 lakh. So you need to see that what kind of client you can reach out to, because it's more going to be about business development as well. Are you going to hire someone else to do that for you, or a salesperson like that, or you're going to do it for yourself? So you need to have great relations with a lot of clients. Or if 50 lakh is a constraint and if you want to start small, then RIA is there. RIA has a lot of PMS is basically, in most of the PMS in India, focusing on long only equities, but under RIA you can it's a completely investment advisory kind of a thing, registered investment advisor, where you can advise the client on his overall asset allocation, on insurance, on wealth, will, and I mean trust and will making is also very important thing coming up, taxation. So यहाँ पे it is all about kind of customizing it as per your client. Every client is different. For PMS also it is customization, but still you can run similar model portfolios. RA is mainly research analyst, so there you make reports and get people subscribe to your research, and it is about massy business. get more number of people subscribing to your business flourishes accordingly. So while RIA and PMS are very customized and you can have a minimum, a limited set of clients, but earn very high from them. In RIA, you may earn a low from individual client, but if volume increases, then you kind of gain more. So if there are more questions, if your question was not answered in these 10, feel free to go back to that video I've already told you about. Put up your question towards the end of the doc is in the description, and I will definitely reply to you within 48 hours. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.